Hey everyone, what is going on? We'll take away this thing right now to get straight into it. How's everyone going? I basically started the stream without like a preview, so we're gonna have to wait a bit, I guess, for people to slowly come in. Sorry if I'm clicking away. I'm still fixing stuff up for my stream. Because usually I like what do you call it? What's the word I'm looking for? Schedule the stream, so I have like 10 minutes to put everything everywhere I put stuff, but today I just jumped straight in. Hello everyone that's joined the stream. Hello. I've got a sneeze. I'm gonna get away from camera for a second. I'm gonna wait. Sorry about that. I am so sorry about sneezing on camera. Hello everyone that's joining the chat. Thanks Daniel Grin for the extremely nice comment, because I'm assuming that I won't even bother saying it. Arsenal, we'll get into stuff like that in a second. We'll just let everyone slowly come into the chat. Oh, Jesus. How's everyone going? Welcome to the stream. So a stream for about... I actually have some washing on, so I need to sort out the washing before, what do you call it? After this, so I'll probably only stream for like an hour. There's not much to talk about anyway. There's only a couple of things to talk about, so, yeah. Tiana, my puppy is doing good. He's downstairs at the moment. I just had to like tire him out then by running around in the backyard with him for a bit. So hopefully he's just calmed down a bit. He just ate breakfast, so he should have a bit of a nap. Oh, sorry, I just got to fix up my mic stand for a bit. I don't know what the hell's going on here. Okay. Oh, I think I got something in my eye. Ow. Hello everyone that's still joining the stream. Yeah, usually I schedule these, so you'd have more time to get in and stuff like that, but unfortunately that's not what I did today, so. What do you mean, what about... Is it because of the title? I thought with the title, the thumbnail of the stream would be self-explanatory what we're doing. What is going on with my hair? Okay, that's a bit better. Is this really the first time you've seen me professional ni Japak? Okay, I'm surprised with that, because I'm literally in every single one of my review videos, and I do a stream like at least twice a week. So I'm surprised it's the first time you're seeing me. Do you think one of the shows will actually get cancelled? Probably not. I can't see it happening. Anyway, yeah, we're about 4 minutes into this stream, so, what was I going to say? I'll just go through the general rules of the stream. Most people that have been here for a couple times should know them. Just keep the chat civil. If you write stupid stuff in the comments, or the chat, what do you want to call it, you're most likely going to get timed out by one of the mods if they're here. If you really annoy me, then I'll probably, you know, it has to be, or at least I see you constantly doing it, then I'll probably time you out as well, just because it's annoying for the chat. So don't be civil, no spamming of emojis and stuff like that. Just keep it, you know, civil. And also, if you want your question 100% read out, or your comment 100% read out, or your question 100% answered, you can super chat by clicking the little dollar emblem symbol down here. If you click that, go send a super chat. You can drag up to the amount you want, and then just type a message, whatever that message might be, whether it just be a nice comment or a question that you want answered, and that will either get 100% read out or answered, as I said before. And if you can't super chat, at the top of the description there's a thing that says, like, I have it right here, streamlabs.com/page. If you click that, you can do the same thing, and it'll still appear on stream, and all that good stuff. So yeah, that's basically the rules of the stream. I don't think I missed out on anything else. So let's continue. So if anyone has any questions or just want to have a discussion, but we do have Arrow this afternoon. I'm really excited for Arrow because they're going on break, and if you've read the spoilers, please don't put them in this chat. Otherwise, you will. I won't time you out. I'll ban you because I really hate it when people go over the. People go, "Oh, Paige, you talk about spoilers all the time on your videos and stuff like that." I don't talk about like confirmed spoilers for the most part. Like unless it's public information, like the Iris West being a speedster, public information. It was all over social media, so everyone knew what was going in there, and it wasn't too in depth. But with the stuff that's on, that Arrow always leaks. It's like basically the whole episode, and people have tried to tell me what it is, and I've basically ignored it. So, yeah, if anyone does spoil the Arrow episode this afternoon, you won't even be able to spoil most of it. You'll just be able to spoil, as soon as I see that's a bit of a spoiler, you're going to get banned. I'm just going to ban you off the, like, you're not going to be, you just won't be able to type anymore. That's probably the best way to put it. Just because it's a bit of just a dickhead move, to be completely honest. But yeah, Arrow this afternoon, I'm really excited for it. Hopefully everyone here that watches Arrow is excited for it as well. I think it's going to be a really good episode, a game-changing episode as well. And yeah, then we have Legends coming back on Monday, but then Flash and Arrow are on break for 3 weeks because of the Winter Olympics. It's a bit disappointing, but what are you going to do? Amir, thanks for the $5. The world killers are of Kryptonian origin. How did anyone not realize they aren't human? Blood tests, etc. Especially Samantha after Alex ran tests. Yeah, I think it's just a plot hole. I think later down the track that probably will come back up. It's just like, oh, well, yeah, I don't know. It's because I think they might have something within them that stops that from happening. It's hard to tell, to be completely honest, because when she drew blood, I thought, well, as soon as they test that, wouldn't they be able to test that against, like, just general human, biology and stuff like that? So, it's a bit confusing, it's a bit confusing, but hopefully down the track they somehow explain it, and it somehow gets revealed that, like through tests and stuff like that Samantha isn't human and stuff like that. So it's a bit confusing, I know. But I guess we have to wait and see. It's because these shows have 23 episodes. Sometimes you might be thinking, okay, well, this is a bit silly. Why isn't this getting explained? It's because, oh, well, they have all these episodes to fill, and they'll leave that reveal for a later episode. So, and Supergirl's gone. Oh, I haven't even mentioned like Supergirl's on that massive 2.5 month break. Like we thought 3-week break for Flash and Arrow was bad. Yeah. 9-week break if you're a Supergirl fan. Imagine that. But yeah. But thanks for that, Amir. That's probably the best way I can put it, because I can't really answer that because it's confusing. It didn't really. I think did I bring it up in my review? I might have brought it up in my stream, the episode after that Supergirl episode. I think that's what it might have been. But yeah, it doesn't really make sense, to be completely honest. But then again, they've still got like 10 episodes or something to go, so they might reveal it or show that in one of those episodes. Sorry, John Sims with the $2 super chat. Thank you very much. Can you give me your thoughts on Killer Frost 1 to 4? What does that mean? If you can just let me know in the chat, John, I'll get back to your question. What do you mean by 1 to 4? Do you mean seasons 1 to 4? If so, just type seasons in the chat if you mean seasons 1 to 4. Yeah, I know. When Alex drew blood, it was Sam, not Rain. But like, it's not like Sam was on Earth and she's been possessed by Rain. Like, she's from Krypton, so she should have that Krypton anatomy and Kryptonian blood cells and DNA and stuff like that. It shouldn't show up as human. I haven't actually watched this week's episode of Black Lightning. People have been asking me why I'm not doing Black Lightning reviews. It just comes down to the fact that I can't fit it in with me doing both of my Flash videos, and I got the dog at the moment, so like, yeah, okay. I thought you meant seasons 1 through to 4. John, I'll get back to your question in a second. I'll just talk about Black Lightning quickly, because I just can't fit it in. But starting next week, I will be able to do Black Lightning reviews until Flash comes back, and then hopefully at that stage I'll be able to do both of them. It's just in these first couple of weeks of me having my new dog, it just takes up a lot of time, So I can only, like, it's a bit of a struggle to get even my trailer breakdown out, just because of time issues. Let's go that way. Okay. Laters, Daniel, you idiot. Okay, back to John. Give me your thoughts on Killer Frost seasons 1 to 4. Well, season 1, really, the only Killer Frost. Are you talking about Caitlyn as well? But I'll just go off what I think you might mean. I think Caitlyn, as a character, was really good in seasons 1 and 2. But in seasons 3 and 4, I feel like she's been sidelined a bit. Thanks, Sam, for that. We'll get to that in a second. Especially this season, like, there was a point, I think it was it this week's episode? No, it was last week's episode. Was it last week's episode? It was either last week's episode no, it was last week's episode with the guy that could shrink. There was a scene right at the beginning of the episode. You can go rewatch the episode if you want. And it's when, like, Barry gives them the information about that guy that can shrink, Silbert Rundon, or Dwarf Star, about the guy that can shrink, and they're looking him up because Barry gave them the information about, like, oh, Big Sir didn't commit this murder and stuff like that. And there's Iris basically brings up all this information and stuff, which is usually what Caitlyn would have done. So they basically gave a Caitlyn scene that we would have got in seasons 1, 2, and probably 3 to Iris. And what Caitlyn did in that episode was basically just nodded and I think said like 1 or 2 words. She did nothing in that scene. But in seasons 1 to 3, she technically would have been the main character in that scene because she would have been explaining what was going on. Instead, Iris got that scene. So what they've done in this season is that they've given scenes that usually Cisco and Caitlyn would do to Iris because they've pushed Iris into this role. I know this is getting to another whole, you're talking crap about Iris. I'm not. It's just another example of what they've done to the show by pushing Iris into this role that she doesn't fit into. So Caitlyn this season has just become this really inconsistent character, which is really annoying because I think she's been a really good character from seasons 1 to 3. Arguably had a really good character progression and story, probably one of the best. I think arguably probably Cisco, Caitlyn, and Barry have the best story arcs on the show. And 2 of those characters, in Cisco and Caitlyn, have been criminally sidelined this season, which is really disappointing. But seasons 1 and 2, I thought Caitlyn was really good. I thought her story was interesting to follow. You could make the argument, especially in season 2, she was forced into a relationship with Zoom or Hunter Zolomon to, you know, connect all of that together, which was a bit annoying. But I wouldn't say that's a massive blip on the season or the character. But hopefully it gets better. They just need to make the Killer Frost stuff more consistent, like, because like, is it a split personality? Or is it just like an adrenaline rush? Like, they've really got to, you know, determine exactly what it is. That's the most annoying part about Killer Frost. Well, not annoying, but like the annoying part about the writing of the character. But I think for the most part, Caitlyn and Killer Frost has been, for the majority, a very good character. And it doesn't, and when she's been like below average, it's not down to Danielle Panabaker. It's because of the writing. So yeah, but hopefully that's the best way I can answer that. Sam with the $5 super chat. Thank you very much, Sam. Is this Emerson's last episode on Arrow? Question mark. Why did I say question mark? Kirk posted something on Twitter hinting he'll play a big part in episodes to come. Where's the stream hat? Oh, the stream hat's... Can you see it? I don't know. Oh, it's there. You can't... It's too dark. If I move my head, you can see the white emblem right there. That's my hat. I focus way too much on that. Yeah, I think Michael Emerson's, or Caden James, is gone this episode. I've been following on Twitter, and he was in New York when other characters were filming. This was like 3 weeks ago or something. What was I going to say? So I've been following up, and he hasn't been in Vancouver since. So I put my head down to it, and I was like, okay, well, it's either episode 13 or 14 that he dies. And seeing that we're going on a break this episode, I think, oh, dies. He could just go to jail. Like, he could just be taken off the show. And then I think Richard Dragon's going to take over. I've been saying, you can watch if you've been watching my Arrow videos, I've been saying for a while, Richard Dragon is going to be the villain this season, no matter what. And whether it be that he kills Caden James, whether he kills Caden James or gets Caden James killed, or Caden James just gets put back in jail, because really he escaped from Argus hold-up, so he might go back to Argus. So, yeah, I think this is his last episode. He could appear in like some form later in the season, but I think this will be his last episode. And yeah, so that's basically the best way I can answer that. Thanks for that, Sam. And then Priyesh Patel with the 1 pound 50 super chat. Thank you very much for that, Priyesh. It is very much appreciated. Quick, will DeVoe be killed by Team Flash? I don't think so. I think it'll just be stopped. What do I mean by the stream title? DC TV Talk, The Flash, WTF, Arrow back to King. There's nothing, like, I think that's self-explanatory. Like, the Flash ending. Arrow's on today. He's going to have a good episode. Back to the top. And then we'll talk about Black Panther if people want to talk about it because... Oh no, I'll probably do one more stream before Black Panther. Ugh, forgot about that. But this time next week I would have seen Black Panther. Okay, so... I got a dog that can fit in my hands. I got a dog that can hardly fit in my goddamn lap. He's growing. He's growing real... You can't really tell by the photos. And I'm trying to think, do I have a photo that's like a size comparison? I got him like lying on a pillow. So in like a week or two, I can put that pillow on top of him and see how much he's grown. My dog ran away today. Well, that's not very good. That's actually... Hopefully you haven't like registered with your council or whatever you call it in other countries. Or like a microchip. Yeah, if you're posting emojis, I'm not going to answer your question. Yeah, if you... I don't know if I said that. Like, I don't like the emojis in the chat. So if you put emojis in your question or text, I read them because they're annoying to look at. But I don't actually read them out on stream because they're annoying. So... Nora Shafi with the $2 super chat, thank you very much. Do you like season 3 or 4 of The Flash more? Season 4. Because season 3, I thought the first half was good. And I thought the season 4, the first half was good. But the back half of season 3 was not good. And I think the back half of season 4 has been pretty damn good so far. Obviously, I think it's unfair to rate seasons until they're over. Unless you're specifically rating the first half, you know, before the mid-season finale. But yeah, at the moment, I'm enjoying season 4 of The Flash more than I did season 3. Will DeVoe be Godspeed? I might do a video on that on the weekend just because I think it's so silly. I think people are doing it for views. Just, you know, put Godspeed in the thumbnail and stuff like that. But if people want me to do one of those like theory breakdowns where I go over the pros and cons, let me know and I might do it. I think most of you, I did like, when was my last theory breakdown? I think it was like 2 weeks ago or something. Whenever it was. I did like a theory breakdown 2 weeks ago. I can't remember what it was on. Can't remember. But yeah, if people want me to do one of those theory breakdown videos where I go over the pros and cons, just let me know and I might do one on that theory. I think it's silly theory, but it could happen. But we'll go over that in that video if people want it. Please answer me. I've been asking this for the last 4 streams. Well, should have super chatted, Ben. Should have super chatted if you really wanted it answered. Do you think DeVoe's wife will be the one to take DeVoe down? Yeah, they're definitely hinting at Marley's having a hand in, maybe not necessarily teaming up with Team Flash, but trying to take down DeVoe from within, if that makes sense. So, essentially, you could tell that she was getting a bit annoyed. Obviously, DeVoe in the form of Becky put the Weeper drugs in her, or the Weeper tears in her champagne glass, just trying to get control of her. But they're definitely hinting at that. But it's going to be interesting to see play out. We've still got a lot of episodes to go. I think DeVoe's going to reach maximum power, if that makes sense. Probably pretty damn soon. But yeah. Cryptic Mad, if you didn't realize that was a sarcastic comment or tongue-in-cheek, wow. How would you think the actor DeVoe will come back? Maybe he will infiltrate Team Flash by using Ralph's body. I think he's going to use Ralph's body. I think Ralph is, you know, he's getting all these bust metahumans, and I think Ralph is. I'll probably do a video on this once again on the weekend, going much more in depth. But I think Ralph is definitely a target of DeVoe, but DeVoe is once again just waiting till the right time to strike, because you know you can't just do everything at once. You can't, you got to plan everything out properly, and I think Ralph is definitely a target of that. And that little what do you call it? Like scene where he imposes DeVoe, or yeah, like poses as DeVoe, might I say, is definitely, I think, hinting at what's to come with DeVoe and him taking over. So yeah, going to be interesting. Get Good Entertainment with the £5 super chat. Thank you very much. Appreciate it, supporting the channel. All the Flash has been good this season, but changing it to Becky, like WTF. I think I'm done till season 5 now. It's horrible now. Personally, look, I was surprised he went into Becky. I think it's... I don't think it was necessary, because really he's taken the abilities of everyone else, because it was proven when he was in Becky's body that he still has the powers of Dominic. So unless he has to possess the body to absorb their power, if that makes sense, because he was in Dominic's body, got his power, now he's in Becky's body, has her power. I don't think he displayed any other abilities such as like Kilgore's or Silbert Rundon's and stuff like that. He didn't show any abilities of theirs. He just had Dominic's and Becky. So unless he has to actually possess the body to gain their powers, then okay, I understand why he would go in Becky's body. But if he can just absorb them and take them, then I don't understand why he would go in Becky's body, because it's not like it's inconspicuous. Like Barry knows he's Becky and all of that. So unless, yeah, I don't know why. Yeah, once again, I think it's just like to maybe diversify. Like, oh, why is he jumping into all these male bodies? Why isn't he jumping into a thing? Because, you know, people would go on about that. So maybe that's why they're doing it. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe how many? He was in like Dominic's body for 3 episodes, so I'm not expecting him to be in Becky's body for too long. Just enough to get what he needs done, I guess, with her body, and then I think Ralph will be his next target. But I'm hoping that Ralph isn't being used this season as like a gateway, or like a part of that plot, and then he's gone from the show. I don't like it when they use that. Like, that's why, like, I thought Julian Albert, you know, it made sense, but I didn't like how, oh, he's in the season for this, and then just off screen he just goes, you know. But Get Good, I don't know why you'd watch so far of this Flash. Like, I know him changing to Becky shouldn't make you like get off the show. That's a bit strange. Is DeVoe going to be a male or female this season? Well, I think he's going to go back to being male eventually. He'll go to, like, as I said, he's probably going to try and get into Ralph's body, you know. But it is going to be interesting because we know that he's going after that. Like, he's trying. Like, I think Barry realizes that DeVoe's, you know, going after all the metahuman abilities. So that the Fiddler, whatever you want to call her, from not next week's episode, but the next episode, I wonder if Team Flash will be able to stop him from getting her abilities. Nightcall. Nightcall gets to that question in a second. Thanks for that super chat or that Streamlabs donation, whatever you want to call it. But it's going to be interesting to see if Team Flash can stop DeVoe from getting her abilities and what it does to his plan. That'd be very interesting to see. But Nightcall, what's going on? Arrow is king, what do you mean? Arrow should have a really good episode this week, and I think it's going to step up Arrow to a point where it could arguably be the best DC TV show again this season. Arguably, I think it will be. I think it's going to have one of the better episodes of the season, or maybe not the better episodes of the season, but definitely one of the better like setups for the season, while having a really good episode as well. So I'm really excited to watch today's episode. I don't think I've been as excited for an Arrow episode as I was maybe the Deathstroke episodes this season, but definitely like the finale last season. So excited for it. What is DeVoe's plan? Well, the Enlightenment, the Age of Enlightenment, like when he was in Becky's body at the end of last episode, he sort of hinted at it. So yeah, I'm going to assume the Age of Enlightenment, and maybe that's where those symbols come in as well. Do I follow any Snowbarry or West Allen people on Twitter? I try to avoid fandoms for the most part, like ships, whatever you call them. I try to avoid that. Screw it. I offered to help out with chat tons of times. I don't know what you're on about, Michael. Who's your favourite bus meta, apart from Ralph? Probably Becky, because I think it's the one we've got to know the most, really. So you'd have to say Becky. I can't think of anyone else. Do you ship Barry? I don't really ship anyone, but Oh, sorry for like talking while yawning. But if people say like, "Oh, what do you think of if these two got together?" I'd be like, "Yeah, it'd work." The most important thing is chemistry. Like if they play off, if they bounce off each other well, then I think it's good. What do you mean this episode of Arrow is going to be good? It's going to be absolutely shit. I guess rated 7.5 in the end. 7.5 is pretty good. There, sub results. Well, I guess Ralph might be the last target. Maybe. It matters if they want to leave that till the end. Because I guess what? Episode 14 is going to be the 9th bus metahuman, and there's 12. So there's 3 more after Ralph. So we're going to have to deal with 3 more. So I think we'll probably meet the last bus metahuman in maybe like episode maybe 18 to 20, somewhere around there. Because I'll probably have a break from dealing with bus metahumans. So maybe it'd be interesting that like episode 21, 22, 23, if like Ralph does get his abilities to get taken. And it'd be a big moment as well because, you know, Ralph's gone after that. If he dies, Ralph's dead after that. So, yeah. Luke Churchill with the £1 super chat. Thank you very much, Luke, for that, for supporting the channel. Sam with the $5. Do you think it is a probable idea that Dinah could turn into Black Siren and Laurel Earth 2 could turn into Black Canary? I heard that theory from somewhere. So do you mean like Dinah goes evil and Earth 2 Laurel goes good? It'd be interesting. However, it's a good theory. Like, oh, sorry. Well, thanks for that, Lisa. We'll get to that in a second. I'll actually open Streamlabs so I can get that. I should have Streamlabs open when I start these streams, to be completely honest. But to Sam, yeah, it's an interesting theory. They could definitely play with it this season. But at the end of the season, I think Dinah's gone off the show. I think Dinah and Renee, or Wild Dog, won't be in Arrow Season 7. I think those 2 characters will leave. Just because they're the new people on the team, but then they could leave, if that makes sense. I don't think it'd be too much of an issue. Because we have Curtis that he's on this like new team Arrow, but he's been in Arrow since Season 4, while all these other people came in Season 5. Season 4 of Arrow? Yeah, Curtis came in Season 4. Okay, I thought he might have come in Season 3, but Season 4. But yeah, we did see Katie Cassidy getting that like new, like a head mold. She had the exact same head mold when she got her Black Canary mask and stuff fitted and stuff like that. And I think the wig as well, they get like a wig mold. So I don't know. Have to wait and see. It'd be very, very interesting if that was what's to happen. They're filming like, well, that mold wouldn't be for like the next episode. So maybe in the last couple of episodes, she could get like a new getup. But I think most people would prefer Katie Cassidy to come back if they had to choose between. And it's nothing against the actresses. I think it's just due to like the how long the show is run. People would prefer Katie Cassidy to be on the show rather than Juliana Harkavy, I think is how you pronounce it. And it's nothing against the 2 actresses or against Juliana in particular. It's just due to the Arrow's been around for 6 going on 7 seasons. People are more connected to the Katie Cassidy character. Yeah, I think that's basically what it is. And also I think Black Siren is much more interesting. Like really, they shoehorn Vigilante into Dinah's storyline to give her a storyline, which I don't like when shows do that. Yeah, I'm tired of... Wilson says I'm tired of Dinah Drake. I think that's basically a big... a common thought on the character. She's really going nowhere, so maybe get off the show while you can. You don't want Deadwood, and it's not because of the actress. It's due to basically it's a character that was sort of forced in. Lisa, we will get to your question right now. Do you think DeVoe will end up in Barry's body? Barry makes enough kinetic energy to supply DeVoe's brain. Yeah, I have seen that. I think even I might have talked about that at the beginning of this, or towards the beginning of this, like the first half of this season, I might have talked about it. Or at least mentioned it in passing. That might be DeVoe's end goal, to get into Barry's body. And that's what they're trying to stop. Like, that's the main thing they're trying to stop. Or they could even do something interesting where he does get into Barry's body, and maybe that's where the cerebral inhibitor comes into it. That'd be pretty interesting. But if DeVoe gets into Barry's body, I think that's game over. It'd be almost impossible to stop him, especially if he has all those abilities. So he has, you know, Becky's luck. Like, Becky's luck itself, I think, is game-changing. Like, I don't know how they can even get close to stopping DeVoe when Becky has that luck. When DeVoe has Becky's powers. I think it's borderline impossible to even stop that. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how they even deal with that. But yeah, I think DeVoe going into Barry's body is definitely his end game. And once again, we got flashes on break for 2 or 3 weeks, so I'll definitely make a video on that topic. But thanks for that, Lisa, for the donation and that question as well. Hopefully that's the best way I can answer it. But Adam once again donated as well on Streamlabs. Who would be your least favorite main villain in the Arrowverse? On Arrow, like specifically for that Arrow season, probably Damien Dark. I thought Ra's al Ghul was disappointing, but I thought Damien Dark was actually just bad. Yeah, that's probably the best way I could put it. Like, Ra's al Ghul was disappointing. So I was going to say, like, which one was I most disappointed by? It'd probably be Ra's al Ghul. But in regards to, like, the character and the story around the villain and stuff just being bad, Damien Dark easily. But thanks for that, Adam. That's probably the best way I could put that. Who would be... Yeah, that's okay. Oh, in the Arrowverse. I thought you said Arrow. In the Arrowverse. Sorry. Didn't read the question properly. You wrote Arrowverse, not Arrow. Savitar's up there. Savitar was good for a lot of season 3, but Future Barry sucked. I'm sorry, it sucked. That was so bad. And it's really what killed the end of season 3 of The Flash for me. Supergirl's villains have always been bad. Both seasons, their villains are probably equally bad. I don't think one's better than the other or worse than the other. I think they're both equally bad. A lot of people do give Vandal Savage like stick for being bad, but I thought it was okay. He wasn't amazing, but he wasn't like bad. I thought he was decent or okay. So it's between. I think Supergirl's villains win. I have to say Supergirl's villains win. Yeah, Damien Dark's bad. Savitar was bad at the end. But overall, like, Supergirl's villains do, like, nothing interesting, and they're really boring, and they make you want to go to sleep. So, yeah. I'm just going to say Supergirl Season 1 and 2 villains. Mon-El's mum, because I don't even know what her name was, and Kara's uncle and auntie, because I don't even remember what their names were either. So, yeah. Them. That's the best way I can answer that. Ooh. Does anyone miss Flash's first 2 seasons? Back when it was some serious shit, not like now. So much comedy, so shit. If you watched season 1's pretty funny. Like, I think season 4 is... The first half, yeah, they went over the top with the comedy. I think that's just, they were trying to make up for like whatever they tried to do with season 3 that did not work at all. So they were trying to balance that by going over the top with the comedy, which obviously didn't work. There was backlash against it. I wasn't necessarily annoyed by all of it. It's just that in certain scenes it didn't work. Like, I think in certain scenes it worked. It's just that maybe it was a bit too comedic for what they needed to go with. But for example, when Iris and Barry go to the couples counseling and they're joking about Barry's parents' deaths and all the deaths of their friends, I was like, that's stupid. That's just not funny. Like, that's just stupid. It's almost like like a spoof would do. Yeah, it didn't work then, and that was an example of them trying to go over the top and trying to make almost every scene comedic that wasn't necessarily dramatic for the plot, like of the season. So, but I think in this back half, and even arguably after like episode 7 and maybe 6, it's been fine. I think they've balanced. They've almost gone back to that season 1 level of mixing in comedy with its tone. The only thing that's annoying, or not annoying, but it's weird, is that they did say that this season would be much lighter. It's going to have a much lighter tone. But the past 2 episodes, arguably the past, or since the mid-season finale, it's been pretty dark. Like, it's not light at all, you know? Like, especially that scene with, like, Barry and Becky at the end of last episode. Very dark, you know? Like, they built that whole episode up with, like, Barry getting close to Becky, understanding who she is as a person, us almost treating Becky like a good person, and now she's controlled by this sociopathic dude. You know, pretty dark. Hashtag bring back the original Team Flash. Yeah, I've seen that hashtag a decent amount. Yeah, a decent amount on Twitter. They need to sort out Team Flash. I don't like... People gotta stop. It's obvious. It's not even like me trying to like state something so controversial on opinion. It's so obvious. Joe and Iris shouldn't be as involved in Team Flash as they are. Like, when is Joe ever at the CCPD? He needs to go back there. They need to sort out Iris's character. Get that reporting storyline going on and keep her there. And people have always asked, oh, Paigey, why can't she do both? Why can't she be a reporter and be on Team Flash and do what she does in Team Flash? And I'm like, okay, when do we see Barry doing his CSI work? Oh, Paigey, we never see him doing that. There's your answer. They can't do two storylines. They can't do Barry being on Team Flash and being the Flash and being CSI. They can't do both of them at the same time. So how do you think they're going to do Iris as a reporter and on Team Flash? It won't happen unless the show becomes not the Flash, but the Iris or Iris West. Unless the show becomes Iris West, where the Flash memes start rolling in, then they can't do both. They've got to choose one or the other. I think the obvious one is that she goes back to reporting because she's sort of arguably ruining the flow of Team Flash. And people can try and defend it all you want, but I know I'm right. I know I'm right. Like, I don't really get into arguments much. I get into arguments if I know I'm right, and I know I'm right. So I know people are going to be triggered by me saying that because I know people don't like it when people say that they're right, but I know I'm right in that situation. Do you think Tracy Brand will return? She's meant to. I don't know, but they might swap her role with maybe Marlize. They might thought, you know what, maybe we can just work Marlize into this season more and make her do what Tracy Brand was going to do. But I don't know. Gaming God with a $1 super chat. Thank you very much for that, for supporting the channel. Very much appreciated. So I'm just checking Twitter for a second. Okay. Merch. If anyone does like by like you're able to draw, I mean, do you do like digital artwork, if that makes sense? So do you have like a tablet or something that you can draw on and like you can actually do like proper animated drawings? If anyone does that or knows someone that can do that, let them hit me up on Twitter, because people were interested in some like funny merch. Like, I'll try and do like a mock-up design on my little notepad here while we're having a chat, and I'll see what everyone thinks. So just be like, I don't actually know. I'm not gonna bother. Ow! I just hit my elbow. I'm not gonna bother drawing. Actually, there's one that's like, it'd be like what, like. I'm not gonna like properly do it. It'd just be like this is like, it's just stick figure, but it's just like just him holding. Okay, this is terrible drawing, but it's literally just like a mock-up design. This is like, remember in that episode from the Flash last season where Captain Cold's in there and he comes up with a plan. One of the designs was like possible designs is that it's like a drawn Captain Cold and he's like standing there and he holds a notepad forward, and on the like it's a stick figure. Ignore the terrible quality, but you know what I mean. Like, you see Captain Cold in the background and he's holding a list forward and it says like, make the plan, execute the plan, you know, plan goes to disaster, whatever the quote is, you know what I mean? And that's like that was a shirt design, but it's like an animated Captain Cold or Leonard Snart, whatever you want to call it, and he's holding that list forward, or that that was like one design. I know the big one is This House is Bitchin'. That's a hard one to design, because I don't necessarily know like how you would go about it. I might have to talk to some people about it and what they necessarily think they would work. But yeah. Oh. Was that on Streamlabs? Okay, V-Lena with the $2, what do you call it? The $2 Streamlabs donation is the Soul Gem / Stone in Black Panther. I've heard the Soul Stone, yeah, is meant to be in there. Just because it's leading up, this is the last movie before Infinity War, so you'd think it's in there. I just don't know where it's going to be incorporated, but I've heard it's in there. Um, but yeah, I don't really look too much into the Marvel stuff, and it's not. I know, oh, you hate Marvel. No, just because like I go into Marvel movies. Like I've only watched one trailer for Black Panther. Um, I haven't even watched the Ant-Man and the Wasp. Oh no, I saw. Did I watch? No, I didn't watch it. I saw like a thing on Twitter. It was like 15 seconds of it, and it showed Ghost or something. Yeah, it showed Ghost for a bit. But I haven't watched the full Ant-Man and the Wasp trailer yet. I don't really watch much movie trailers, to be completely honest. It's more the TV stuff that I watch. But yeah, I've heard it's meant to be the Soul Gem. Sorry, is meant to be in Black Panther at some stage. Monday is meme day in my school. I'm gonna make a We Are the Flash shirt. Ooh, that could be controversial. Where is the Weeper? I don't know. I'm assuming he's just locked up somewhere in DeVoe's place. What's up with the title? Why do people keep asking what's up with the title? Like, it's pretty self-explanatory, especially if you look at the thumbnail. What do you think the cliffhanger / ending of today's episode will be? I'm guessing you mean Arrow. Oh, wait, what do we have on Flash? Okay, so Arrow. Maybe Richard Dragon taking control. That's probably the best way I could put it. So Richard Dragon maybe getting all those people together and being like, we're in control now, or something like that. Or something to do with New Team Arrow, maybe. Maybe them coming back. Maybe that. When did you start watching Arrow? Season 1, Episode 1, when it first came out. I remember when they showed the pilot at San Diego Comic-Con in 2012? 2012? Yeah, I was so hyped for it. If Damien Dark had his powers in Doom World and Reverse Flash was able to defeat him in Doom World easily, can't Wally easily defeat Damien Legends? Yeah, but you got to realize that Damien's got the power of malice behind him, so yeah, it changes things up a bit. Next season's villain better not be Impulse's time-traveling BS. Well, that's a bit of it. It's like saying next season's villain better not be a giant tomato that can talk. Like, how do we know that that's actually the case? You need a mod in here. I thought I had a mod. Isn't there a mod in here? I saw him before. Stir was in here. Unless he's gone now. Oh, no, he's gone. Okay, we just need the live chat to come back. Give me 2 seconds. There we go. Hello everyone that's still joining the chat. So we'll stream for like another 15 or 20 minutes probably. I hope they don't do Godspeed as a big villain. Well, that's the issue with Godspeed, because he's not a villain, so I don't know how they're gonna have to change him up, obviously, to be the villain in a season. They could do him as a side character, where like Barry has to try and like reel him in, if that makes sense. Do I plan on doing anything with Young Justice? Maybe it just matters like where it falls. That's probably the best way to put it. Wherever it falls, I might do Young Justice. Like, honestly, animated stuff doesn't really interest me. I'm more of a live action person. So, like, I'm not one of those, like, stands for Young Justice 1 and 2. Seasons 1 and 2, sorry. Like, they're okay. I just don't, like, I don't go off about them. Like, I watched Season 3, but I wouldn't count on me doing videos, if that makes sense. About Arrow back to King. Well, that's just me saying that I think Arrow's going to have a good episode this week, and it could go back to being the best DC TV show. Goodbye, King Zahan. Thanks for joining the stream, or for as long as you possibly could. Why are my messages showing up on your screen page? So if this one shows up, well, it showed up. What are you expecting from the Legends episode? As in the mid-season premiere on Monday if you're in America and Tuesday if you're in Australia. Or some Constantine awesomeness, and we're also meant to be seeing the first, getting our first look at Malice, or Mollus, however you want to pronounce it, which should be pretty fun or pretty cool. But yeah. My camera is blurry. It looks fine to me. Yeah, live action Titans, I will 99.9% most likely be doing videos on that. Once again, matters when it drops, like in regards to how frequent those videos are. When do I think we'll see Bart Allen come in? When it's appropriate, I guess. DeVoe kills the Warden by using Kilgore's powers. Didn't he use his tentacle things? Isn't that all he did? John Sims with the $2 super chat. Can you discuss the Malice equals Savitar theory? Well, thanks for the super chat. But personally, I don't like that. I have personally, if people want to know who I think Malice is, I'll probably do a video probably after Legends this week, because, you know, we'll probably get introduced to Malice. Everyone's going to know what's going on. I think Malice has something to do with the Time Bureau. I think he's that's why the Time Bureau is, you know, when Rip Hunter was going on about Malice and like him trying to get the Legends to stop him, and the Time Bureau like quickly got him and took him away and stuff. I think that's why. I think it's because the Time Bureau is involved with Malice in the future, and all these different people like Gary, is it Agent Sharp? Agent Sharp, they're all around Legends, the Legends, might I say, because they're, you know, being involved with something that's involved with Malice, and they're trying to, you know, just keep an eye on them, making sure they don't get too far ahead. So I think that's going to be one of the big twists of the season, is that the Time Bureau is actually, like, it's just a future leader of the Time Bureau, who's in, whether that be Malice or whoever is leading the Time Bureau is secretly Malice, if that makes sense. But yeah, I'm excited to see how it all plays out and stuff like that. I'm very interested in Malice, and a lot of people were wondering, oh, why wasn't he shown earlier? I was like, well, Legends has 18 episodes this season, so I think revealing him in episode 10, which is, you know, halfway through the season, is a fine one. I've seen Gary as Malice a lot. Hopefully it's not. I think it'd be too much of a meme if that was the case. Hopefully Gary is a Malice. Sam with the $5 super chat. Do you think Quentin could, in his pursuit... Do you mean die? Could die in his pursuit to save Laurel? Just let me know in the chat if you mean die, Sam. Are you streaming with Eric? What's this season of Arrow classified as? Longbow Hunters or... Yeah, I think Eric's streaming tonight, and I might stream with him. I wouldn't count on it though, but if I'm there, I'm there. And then he's hosting the 4-show crossover, or the 4-channel crossover stream this weekend. So if people were there when I did it like a couple of weeks ago, and we had myself, DJ Eric, Boba Talks, and the DC TV show. DJ Eric is doing the exact same thing, but on his channel this weekend. So if you're not subscribe to him, go check out his channel. Just type in Eric's, or Air Ricks, like as in the Air Ricks Reloaded on YouTube, and you'll find his channel and stuff like that. And he's hosting it this weekend. But in regards to Quentin dying, I'm guessing you mean Sam. Not too sure if you let me know in the chat if that's what you meant. I'm just going to assume that's what you mean. Maybe. But I don't know if they really want to kill another core character of the show off. Unless Paul Blackthorne wants to leave. If he's fine doing the show, then I don't think it's necessary to kill him off. In regards to what's Arrow classified as, Longbow Hunters, Might have to wait till the end of the season because I know what they're going to bring in, but at the moment I think it's safe to say Longbow Hunters. TF Artist 1998 with the £2 super chat. Malice is Gary. Oh, that'd be a meme. That'd be one hell of a meme if that actually was the case. But V Lena also. Oh, why have I got this open? Oh, don't worry. V Lena with the $2 donation through Streamlabs. Is Black Lightning now the new Arrow but with powers? Yeah, I think I said it a couple times going into Black Lightning before it came out. I just said it was going to be like a mixture of Arrow's like setting and stuff, but sort of mixed with the Flash as well because you got to do it with like powers. So yeah, it's basically Arrow but with powers, but different at the same time. But I'm enjoying Black Lightning, but saying that I haven't watched this week's episode. I'll probably watch it tonight sometime. I was going to watch it yesterday and I ended up falling asleep. I don't know what happened, but... What if Ra's al Ghul is Malice? What if Damien Dark is Malice? What if Malcolm Merlin is Malice? What if Iris is Malice? Oh, that makes sense. What if Iris is Malice? Theory video incoming. Hashtag Arrow is over party. I think Arrow is fine, to be completely honest. Arrow season 7, yes or no? Yeah, it won't get... It really has to drop in ratings for it to be cancelled. Are the metas that Devoe have dead or can they be saved? That's something that they really haven't clarified. The biggest way to determine whether that's the case if Dominic is alive in the next couple of episodes, because his body's in that chair and they both go away. So it's not like Becky like dumps Dominic's body, jumps in the chair, or Devoe is Becky, dumps Dominic's body, jumps in the chair and gets away like teleporting. It takes Dominic with him or her, with Devoe, with itself. This is going to be really hard to determine. Do we just call it? Are we just going to say that Devoe is she now? Is that the best way to go about it? Because someone brought it up on my on Twitter as well. I think I said she, and I was like, no, Devoe's a male. I was like, well, I don't know. It's confusing. It's really confusing. Hi, Owan. Welcome to the stream, or if you've been through the stream for a while, thanks for watching. So I'll stream for about another 10 minutes, guys, roughly. What's Arrow's back to King? Arrow's back to King. That's the best way to put it. It's pretty self-explanatory. Thank you, Dad Businessman. I've been loving your videos lately. Keep up the brilliant work. Thanks for that very much. I think I've been happy with the quality I've been putting out. I'll be honest. Like, I think I got into a rut. Probably like just before the season. Oh, maybe not just before the seasons came out. Maybe like a month before they came out. And I thought my video quality is pretty poor. But I know people would complain like, "Oh, Paige, we don't like it when you do the face cam on reviews." But I think it makes the video better. It's such a little thing that ups the quality a bit, and I think it's worth doing. Even if people get triggered by it. Don't know why people get triggered by it. It's such a weird thing to get triggered by. I think it's better. I think it's a better quality video. And I haven't really seen much complaints apart from the people that were being like whingers and stuff at the beginning. And yeah, like even though like my other like theory videos and stuff are really the same like layout, I think they are slightly upped in quality a bit as well. So I've been happy with the quality I've been producing, and hopefully everyone watching is as well. I know people are going to say, oh no, it's still crap regardless, because people like to be edgy. But yeah, for the most part, I've been enjoying what I've been putting out. And yeah. Hi, Aaron. I could care less if it's face cam or not. Your vids are still great. Yeah, well, that's good. But like for me personally, I just with a channel like the thing is like when I was as I said, like about a month before these seasons started, I just felt the videos I was doing weren't like, what do you call it? Reflecting what a channel with over 100,000 subscribers should be producing. if that makes sense. That's what I felt. I just felt they weren't, you know, the quality wasn't reflecting like the subscriber count. So I thought I got to up this a bit. And yeah. Can you please do a Gotham video? I might start doing Gotham again. I might. I have to wait and see though. I thought it wasn't coming back till middle of April, so I think they rushed the what do you call it, the mid-season premiere back. So I'm not too sure though. Can you please talk about Dawn Allen and the mysterious girl? Well, I actually have a video coming out this weekend, most likely. It could have come out middle of next week because Flash and stuff aren't on. But I'll probably get it out the weekend because it's the first video I've planned. Just let me open up my notepad. It's the first video I have planned, so probably will be the first video I upload. Not tomorrow, but the next day. And it's a Dawn Allen centric video, but it's tied in with Legends of Tomorrow a bit as well. Wasn't a character cast as Malcolm's apprentice on Arrow? Yeah, and she's coming to Star City in episode, I think 17 or 18. If you could kill one character from each of the 4 DC shows, who would you kill off? Supergirl, I would kill off probably James, because he's sort of pointless. Or James Olsen, or Jimmy Olsen, whatever you want to call him. Arrow, probably Dinah or Wild Dog. Probably Wild Dog, because this season has been a bit annoying. Flash. Should I say? I don't think I need to say, because I don't want a voice clip saying, oh, he said this. I won't say it. I think everyone knows who it is. And then, who's left? Legends. I like everyone on Legends. I'm going to say Rip, because technically he's a part of the Legends and he's never there anyway, so you wouldn't miss him too much. So I'm going to say Rip. Even though I do like the character, he's hardly ever on the show, so you really wouldn't notice if he's gone too much. Ooh, Jesus. Why do you think DeVoe is after the new bus meta in the next episode? Because that's what he's going for. He's going for to have all their abilities. So he's basically hunting down the metas. Cecile and Joe are Dawn's parents. Let's hope not, because that would be shockingly bad if that's the case. Is Cecile a bus matter? No, she got her powers through her pregnancy because it's like lingering dark matter that's been activated by her pregnancy cycle. Weird, but yeah. She's not a bus matter. So she doesn't count as one of the bus matters. So we have 4 left, and one of them we're meeting in episode 14, who is like the fiddler. Will Kid Flash join the Legends? What do you think? He's been confirmed to be joining. So we're going to be seeing him in, not this week's, in 4 days time. We're not going to see him in that episode, but the episode after, episode 11, Wally's going to be making his first appearance on Legends. And then we have episode 12, which he's not in, and then he officially joins the Legends full time until the end of the season in episode 13. So 11 is he's going to be in there for a bit. I'm assuming he might just make a cameo appearance. And then episode 13, he officially joins the Legends. Maybe at the end of episode 12, they pick him up. Donna Smoker's Malice. I think I would smash my TV if she popped on my screen, popped up on the screen again. God, episode, was it 10? No, 9 of Arrow this season was painful. God, I'm flashbacks. Does anyone remember in episode 9 or the mid-season finale of Arrow this season, the slow-mo scene where Felicity walks out with her parents? Was I the only one that felt like throwing bleach in my eyes? Because I was close. I was pretty damn close. Do I like Bullet Club? I've literally never heard of it. Let me look it up. Bullet Club. Is that the shirts? Or is that wrestling? I've never heard of it. I really don't follow wrestling at all. Even when I was a kid, I didn't really follow it. Are you going to make more Black Lightning reviews? I love them. Next week, like when... It's just at the moment because I've got this new dog. I'm struggling to fit in time to do Black Lightning. So come... when the Flash is back and stuff, I'll be able to fit both of them in. So starting next week, I will be doing Black Lightning reviews. But it's just like in the past couple of weeks, I've been able to fit them in. But when Flash is back, hopefully I'll be able to fit them in properly and all of that. So yeah, just episode 3 and 4 had to take a break. I haven't even watched episode 4 yet. I'm going to watch it today, like tonight probably. Is Arrow back to King? It possibly could. That's why there's a question mark. It's not like an exclamation point. It's a... Whatever, I'm not going to bother doing it. It's a question mark. So, yeah. But we're going to end the stream in a couple of minutes, guys. So if anyone has any last important questions or super chats or donations or anything, get them in. And, yeah, then I'll probably, I'll hopefully see a decent amount of you back for my Arrow review later on today. Does the Weaver Potion last forever because I want Marley's to be good? No, it's like a drug, so it wears off. But she put like... DeVoe put like 2 or 3 drops of it in. Like she put like a vial of it in. So yeah. That should last a decent amount. What would you like to see from Killer Frost this season? Consistency is probably the best thing. Hopefully they just work out like, use her more, but in like a sense which makes sense, if that makes sense. I just said sense way too many times, really close to each other. But yeah, I just want it to be more consistent. Where is Julian? Alex, I feel like you haven't watched the show because I think you've asked like a couple of questions which are like self-explanatory on the show. Julian's in London. They say it in episode 1. Does Arrow to King mean better ratings? Well, hopefully. I don't know. I can't believe people... I can understand why, because Arrow has done some things in the... Like if Arrow does get cancelled, it's usually when something gets cancelled, it should be... sometimes it is the fault of the producers. But if Arrow does get cancelled, I think it is 100% the fault of the producers because they made such silly decisions and appeased to a fan base. If you like Olicity, that's fine. But Olicity, the fan base, is such a minute population of the people that actually watch Arrow. They're just very vocal. You know what a vocal minority is? That's what Olicity is. So they're a really small number, but their voice or their outreach, if you want to call that, on like social media and stuff, is much bigger than what they are. If you understand what I'm getting at. So they'll like constantly like tweet. It's like, oh, the Arrow writers and the producers and the show's account and stuff like that. Oh, Olicity this, Olicity that, Olicity this. So it makes it look like it's really popular. But in reality, you'd be lucky if about 5% of the people that watch Arrow actually like are like Team Olicity, if you want to call it that. So if Arrow got cancelled, like, and Olicity is fine at the moment. I think since they've been married, it's been fine. But really, season 3 and 4 and parts of season 5 of it were really painful to watch, and it just drew people away from the show and it consumed the show. Yeah, I still love Arrow. I still love Arrow, and I'm like one of those people say always like, I'm harsh on Arrow. I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm pretty lenient on Arrow, but when it's bad, I'll say it's bad, and when there's things that need to be fixed, I'll say that they need to be fixed. So I don't know. Since I think Felicity's been fine this season, apart from the crossover. She was easily the worst character in the crossover by far. Is The Flash your favorite DC show? This season it's been Legends, but overall I'd say Flash. I'm probably most excited to watch Flash every week. But I'm going to end the stream there, guys. Thanks to everyone that tuned in. Hopefully you had a decent time. Thanks to everyone that super chatted and supported the channel. It means a lot to me. And yeah, so I'll see you, hopefully a decent amount of you, on my Arrow review later on, which should hopefully be a good one. I've got a couple of surprises in there which people might find funny. So stick around for that later today, and I'll hopefully see most of you there. If not, I'll see you on my next stream or a couple of videos over the weekend. But yeah, I'll see you later. Goodbye.